Anyone who has ever received a postcard knows that special feeling that somewhere someone is thinking of them. Since the mid-1800s, postcards portraying famous cities, historical buildings, and famous people have been used exclusively for this purpose. For Mission Elementary 3rd grade teacher Luz Miller, postcards are a way of saying to her former students, "Though the miles may separate us, you're still on my mind."
Send them the postcards so they can see, so they know that there's more to it and know that I'm still thinking about them even though I'm not with them.
In a way, it's an opportunity for Luz to put her stamp on the hearts and minds of the children who sit in her classroom each year.
There is just a connection with the kids. I try to find at least one aspect in every child that I can hold on to and I can remember about them, and then send it back to them in a postcard,
With a love for traveling, it was Luz's parents who made the family's first real journey, immigrating from Mexico with the hope of providing her family greater opportunities.
I learned to speak English when I was in kindergarten and 1st grade, and school was always a challenge for me. All through high school and college, it was just my effort in wanting to learn and wanting to do well.
As an elementary schoolgirl, the inspiration Luz found to become a teacher came while babysitting the young daughter of a neighbor who just happened to be a teacher herself.
And she would watch me with her daughter, interacting with her daughter, and she's like, "You have a really gentle way about you. You have a good way of dealing with working with kids. Have you ever thought about becoming a teacher someday?" And I think that always stuck in the back of my head.
By the time she reached the University of San Diego, Luz knew that she had been delivered to the proper destination in life.
When I started taking my education classes, it didn't feel like work. It really felt natural. And even to this day, it is work, but it doesn't feel like it. It is such a joy for me to come into the classroom and get to do what I do here with these kids.
For 7 years, past principal Todd McAteer got to see firsthand how Luz effectively relies on her heritage and upbringing to lead by example.
I think she's able to connect with them on many levels. She knows what their background situations are. She's able to connect with the challenges they have. And I think she's able to bridge that with her own experiences.
I tell them that when I was younger, my parents didn't speak English, or my parents spoke very limited English, and homework was hard for me. But I had to push through that, and I had to instill that effort, to get through it. And so I share those stories with them so that they can see that you do have to work hard.
Or, as former student Jacqueline Alvarez says, there are no shortcuts in Mrs. Miller's classroom. Speaking of powerful words, loving, caring, respectful, encouraging, and even tough, all have been used to describe Mrs. Miller.
Yes, all of them. It's what I'm glad that the children feel that. Sometimes I feel, tough, they got a tough teacher, but it is about tough love sometimes, It's high expectation for each and every student and what I want them to be able to do and know that they can, if they have that effort, can achieve.
Fellow longtime mission teacher Patty Hernandez says Luz quietly goes about her business like a postcard that gently finds its way into your mailbox.
What's amazing about her is that she takes absolutely no credit or wants credit. And that's why I think that she's always in the background, and the reason people don't know what she does is because she doesn't flaunt it, she doesn't boast about it, because that is who she is.
As for Luz being labeled the face of Mission Elementary School, Patty says the impact of her esteemed colleague goes far deeper than that.
She is the heart of Mission, and we are just the arteries. And because she can talk, everyone listens.
Which means there is always room for some creative instruction, like on the days where Miss Miller transforms herself into a pioneer educator.
I'm super excited to be able to dress as a pioneer teacher and in a bonnet and apron and get to do this pretend, and look at things from a different perspective and teach kids about history and how it relates to the now, and having them make those connections is just terrific.
And this, Luz says, it's all about building creativity and developing critical thinking skills.
Because I think nowadays, also with video games, everything is just kind of given to them, which is kind of crazy. They need to think a little bit. Not a little bit, a lot. They need to be doing a lot of thinking.
For former Principal McAteer, it all comes down to one single word: passion.
I think that just comes across in everything she does. She puts her heart into it. She's highly energetic. She just has this positive energy about her that lifts people around her up and inspires students. And I think that she's just determined. She wants to always do the best she can.
And doing her best has made her one of the best, which Luz discovered in a personal delivery from the district's Postmaster General himself.
You are our Teacher of the Year.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you
well,
so much.
Well done.
Thank
well
you.
deserved.
Thank you.
So,
It's an honor. It really is.
well,
Being here at Mission for 15 years, knowing that there are so many phenomenal teachers in this district that do amazing work, and do amazing everything, knowing that I have an opportunity to represent everything that we value and we do it's just been an absolute honor.
And a postcard from her peers would simply read, devoted, natural teacher, fearless.
It humbles me. That's what I do want people to see. So it does make me proud also to see that that's how they view me, because that's what I try to put out toward, in what I do every day, because it's who I am.
And the message to her students is quite clear. Take advantage of what has been given to you.
It's here for them. What are you going to do with it? Teaching them that you are very fortunate that you get to come to school every day and you have this opportunity to learn, because it's going to take you someplace. It's going to take you someplace positive.
Because who knows, instead of getting that postcard, you could be the one sending it.
There's no easy way out. There's no easy road. You have to work hard sometimes to get it. It doesn't come easy, and that's why I relate things to when I was a child.